Welcome back to another video. This week I'm taking you through a full week of training for my first marathon. The goal is to give you an inside look on what it's actually like to run 5 days a week. Now this isn't peak week, actually far from it. It's a deload week, meaning I'll be running 40k's instead of the 70 to 80k's I will be running in peak week as I get closer to the marathon. So I thought it would be interesting to document the difference, so when June rolls around we can compare how my training has evolved. So let's get into it. My week actually started off on Tuesday because Sunday's long run meant Monday was all about rest and recovery. It's Tuesday, I'm out on my first run of the week. Just a 7k easy run. I had a 50k week last week, which is the most I've done since my holiday. So body was feeling a little bit beat up after my long run on Sunday, which was a 19k run. So I had a rest day on Tuesday. I had a rest day on Monday. Now it's Tuesday. Back out there on easy Ks. Lots of my training at the moment is just easy Ks, which can get boring, but to be honest, I've been really enjoying it. I haven't even been wearing headphones. I've been running in the dark, which is a good change. Wow, that felt really good. I wasn't expecting that because after my long run on Sunday I was pretty sore and little niggles here and there, but yeah, I didn't really feel those niggles too much. Felt really good. My heart rate was 147 average and average pace was 6:08, so slow but good. That's what I needed. Nice easy run. A big part of marathon training is just getting the runs done. Nothing flashy, nothing special, just ticking off the Ks. And honestly, it can get repetitive. Day after day, rain or shine, you're out there, but that's all a part of the grind, and Wednesday was no exception. So it is Wednesday and it is wet, rainy and windy. But this is what it's all about. Still got to get the Ks done. Just a 7k easy run today. Let's get after it. Just above 10 degrees, which I'm kind of excited about. We'll see how we feel. All right. It's actually stopped raining for now. Don't know if you can see me very well. Just got the GoPro today because obviously it's raining and I didn't want to take my phone with me, so don't know if we'll get any good footage, but right shin's a little bit sore, but not too bad, just a little bit tender, a little bit of shin splints, but just really mild. So I'm about 6.7 k's in. I stuffed up my route a little bit, so I think the run's going to be a little bit longer than 7k's, which is funny, but that's alright. That's what it is. Alright, that wraps up 8k's accidentally. Oh well, feeling good. A little bit of a niggle on my right shin, but other than that, feeling good. 48 minutes, 8k's, 5:59 average pace, average heart rate 146. Another day ticked off, another run down. Whew, my hands are quite cold after that one. It's my first cold run in a wee while, so it was actually quite nice. I could keep my average pace about maybe 10 seconds slower than yesterday, and my average heart rate was a little bit lower, not too much, but I could keep in that 140, mid 140 range really easily, and the run felt really easy, so that's what we want. Now we prepare ourselves for tomorrow's speed run. As you saw, Tuesday and Wednesday were pretty similar. just stacking the Ks brick by brick, doing what needs to be done. But Thursday, that's where the real work begins. Speed day, arguably the most important session of the week. This is one I make sure I'm fully prepared for because executing it can make all the difference. Just had something to eat and now I'm about to head out on my run. It's a little bit cooler today, which is nice. There's a bit of a cold snap come through. I think that was the rain that we were getting yesterday morning, so hopefully I won't get so hot on the run. Today's not too bad. It's just 8k tempo, so 3k's easy, 3k tempo, and then 2k is easy at the end. So usually I'd be pretty nervous for the speed run because these are the runs that count. But today it's not huge, very doable, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how I feel afterwards. Obviously all your runs are important, but your long run and your speed run, that's where you're going to get faster, so especially when there's marathon paces in your long run. So you've got to make sure they count and you've got to make sure you hit those paces. So this will be interesting, but like I said, nothing crazy today. Alright, let's go. Just finished my 3k's hard. I think I ended up being a little bit above pace. It's really good because I felt really stiff to start the run. Just trying to get my heart rate back down on these 2k's easy. Back into zone 2, but eight Ks, we are done just like that. Felt pretty good. Like I was saying before, I was a little bit worried when I first started running. Those first 3 easy Ks, I felt really stiff and I was like, oh no, and the shoes were feeling, like new shoes, so they were feeling a bit stiff too. And then as soon as I started running that fast pace, I just started to get in the flow, get that rhythm, and I was away. It was really good. I enjoyed it in the end. It is pretty hot, but that's alright. I didn't have a big enough gap in between my morning block of clients, so had to run sort of lunchtime in the middle of the day, but that's alright. Now the recovery process starts once again. Back into some food and a good sleep for tomorrow's easy run. Speed sessions always leave me pretty sore, so a rest day is needed, but first a recovery run. After a hard effort, it's important to get the body moving again, get the blood flowing and clear out any lingering fatigue. It's about 10 to 6 in the morning. We've got an easy 4Ks. Bit of a recovery run from yesterday's speed workout. Feeling a little bit stiff, but otherwise good. It's nice and cold out this morning. Definitely no sign of getting hot. Little recovery run complete. Felt quite good. Definitely looking forward to the next couple of days off. Start the recovery process for my long run on Sunday. It's definitely cooler here in the morning, so feels nice. Hands are a bit cold, but you know what that means. The ice bath is going to be nice and chilly, so going to jump straight in that. I think it helps a lot with inflammation and helping reduce my inflammation in my shins and my calves and legs, obviously. That's just my personal opinion. There's quite a lot of conflicting research and opinions out there on it, but I like it, I love it. It's also something hard. Got to do hard things. It is a chilly 6 degrees here this morning after a reasonably hot summer. This is definitely the coldest it's been in a wee while, but I have to do it. Got to jump in the ice bath. The temperature is 15 degrees, so not too bad. So probably going to be warmer in there than it is out here, but let's see about that. Whew. I take that back. 3 minutes. Let's go. Saturday was a much needed rest day. Time to refuel, stay off my feet as much as possible, and gear up for what's next, the long run. Since this was a deload week, it wasn't a huge effort. Just 16 Ks with no marathon pace. 16 Ks easy. But even on an easier week, the long run still matters. It's like the icing on a cake. You put in the work throughout the week, but this is the piece that ties it all together and makes all the difference. Alright, we're 10.5 Ks in. We've turned back now from the little route that we're going on. It's about 4 Ks back, so I have about 500 meters to do when I get home. Definitely in the flow of it now, which is nice. Heart rate's a little bit high, but that's alright. You're right. Pace is a little bit slower than what I want it to be. Heart rate's a little bit higher than I want it to be, but I want to make sure I'm in that zone too, so keeping the pace nice and slow, trying to keep my heart rate down. Not all my runs are going to be perfect, but I want to make sure that I'm on my easy runs that are easy, and that doesn't mean sticking to a certain pace if my heart rate climbs on that individual run. So dropping that pace down, keeping the heart rate low, keeping in zone 2, and we'll finish off this run in 4 Ks. Looking forward to wrap up the week of running. Alright, that wraps up another week of training. 15 Ks long run. I did not feel it from the get-go this morning, but that's alright, we're going to have some runs like that. I got it done nonetheless, and yeah, that wraps up a week of training, a deload week, and only upwards from here. And that wraps up a week of my marathon training. Every run has its purpose, even in a deload week like I just did, whether it's the easy runs to build your aerobic base and consistency, or the speed work to push my limits and see what I'm capable of and get faster at running, or the long run to hopefully build my endurance. They're all important and you have to get them done. The real challenge for me is going to be the weeks coming up when those Ks increase. But that's all a part of it. I'm excited to see how my training evolves over the next few months as I prepare for my first marathon in June. And when peak week rolls around, I'll do another full week of runs and we can compare the difference between the two. But until then, I'll be documenting my journey. So I hope you liked the video and I'll see you in the next one.